Fantastic. And Sam, congratulations to you too, going in and winning. I gotta say, I was actually surprised you're not a pro already.
I am a heavyweight pro, so now I'm middleweight and heavyweight. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was that you had to get it in different weight classes.
Yeah. So now I'm able to next year the Arnold Pro show, and then I get to compete with some heavy or middleweight pro women's now.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, we got to get a show where like you and Erin Murray, for example, can go head to head. That would be fun. Maybe OSG or something.
Yeah, and OSG for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be fun. What was your favorite event?
Honestly, I worked so hard on my squat after my injury last year. So I think just being able to go to the show and do exactly what I needed to do and take the win on that event was a huge win for me. I actually ended up tying for first, my 15 rep. I was just at the lockout there, and then he blew the whistle, and I drove my hips forward. So, but I was really happy. I mean, I started with TRX squat back in April, and I built myself up to a 335 squat for 15 reps. So I was really happy about that. And I think squat was a huge accomplishment for me, and that kind of just solidate that I had win the contest. I didn't have to do one stone, so I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's a lot of reps. Wow. 14 reps is quite a lot of reps.
What was your prep like for the squat? Because honestly, your last rep with the squat still looked like a warm-up. Were you expecting to go heavier than that?
Yes, I was prepared for 1,050. But I'm not surprised it happened because it's the first time we do this event. I think the guy will be afraid a little bit to put big weight. And I did maybe a little mistake for putting this weight for opening because I wait over an hour after my last warm-up because, okay, you have to go after, he said to me, you have to go example after 4 guys. Okay, but maybe not. It's what it happened. And the guys never put enough weight to jump the bar, and I think it was very long too. It takes more than 3 hours to do the squat completely. If you do it again in future, you must do in powerlifting style. It will be a lot quicker because with the rising bar system, you cannot prepare in advance because sometimes the order change at the last minute because somebody put a weight between 2 guys, Then you have to wait and prepare, and it's much too long. And I think, okay, it was a good show. I think that the people like because they never see that even in the past, but it was very long. It was too long, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have in my notes there were 21 attempts before your first attempt.
Yeah. And, but the preparation was quite simple because I did a lot of powerlifting meet in the past, but I talk before 2010. It was a long time ago, but it take me just 2 training to put the suit, and feel the reps one more time, and I feel very comfortable with that. When you learn, it's like bicycle. You learn in the past it was exactly the same, but I can squat this weight without suit. Then I was not nervous about that. Then just lift, it was easy. And just for the last one, I asked to Simon, okay, put the knee wrap like real competition, like powerlifting, very tight. And I have 100 pounds more in the tank, I think. Nice. But the most important is I want to win this event, and no doubt I win that easy. It was the most important for me. But the most important will be maybe finish the contest, but it's not happening.
Yeah, we'll see what the future holds there. Hopefully all good things. The other thing I was wondering is that sometimes, Instagram and competition doesn't quite match, but Rob Kearney did really well in the squad, just like Instagram. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, but I was not surprised. I was in Brazil with Rob. I trained with Rob in the gym, and he have good powerlifting coach. He have also very good leverage. He's shorter a little bit. He used the suit really good. And I think he's the only guy you put big weight in training. He go at 950 in training because, many guys have 3 good attempts and they just stop. I think Bobby have more in the tank. I think Martins have also more in the tank. But the guy was not just good prepare for a real powerlifting meet. But I think if we do that again next year or in the future or in another competition with the same setup, we can lift more, a lot more. Many guys can squat over 1,000 pounds, but you have to try the setup too. We don't have the same setup in the warm-up too. It was just like this, the monolift pin in a cage from Rogue, and no bounce, and it was totally different. Then you have to try on your first attempt what's the feeling with the monolift and the pads. The pads is the biggest difference, but when you can use the pads, it's much easier. But I'm lazy now. Then I prefer Maxime.
But the other thing I was wondering about squats, and this is just a dumb novice question, but how do they measure where the pad should be based on your height? Like, do you literally sit there in a 90-degree squatted position while they stick pads under you? How do they figure it out?
The day before, everybody goes. Everybody have, example, 300 pounds, and you have to do some reps and adjust every athlete. And it's also very important because the referee take also notes about your positioning. How your feet are placed, how you put your bar in the neck, because it's easy to cheat in squat, Okay. But we are also get a warning from the head referee. It was Carl Gillingham and his brother Brad Gillingham. They are very experienced. They make many competition in the past. And if you try to cheat, it will be a no lift.
Yeah.
Then you have to follow the rules. And it's quite simple. In my opinion, it's easier to do the example more fair for everybody with that lift. Everybody have good depth, in my opinion. Also, nobody try to cheat really. And, it was also because we need something different. It's not a squat like powerlifting. It is a strongman contest, and Rogue want to put something different. It's why they put the pads and adjust everyone and stuff like that. But I find the idea very good, and at the end, the result was also good. I think many guys squat more than what they think at the start, and everybody was pleased about the events. And I think we will see more of that in the future, and maybe in World's Strongest Man and other competition too. Because they make it a lot in the past. You remember in the 80s, they put max squat and stuff, and it's one event everybody remember.
Mm-hmm.
It was very funny to watch and very impressive because it's very big weight. I remember Bill Kazmaier squatting 969, at the Playboy Mansion with the girls just stand up in the plexiglass over him, and it was one of his best moments of his career, because I talked with Bill a lot of time, and it's a typical strongman event also. It's not just powerlifting. I see many comments, it's not powerlifting, it is strongman. Yeah, but, squat and deadlift, log for max, is a pure test of strength. Then everybody want to know who have the strongest legs, who have the strongest back, who have the strongest shoulder. It's impressive to see max lift. For you have to think about it's also a show. What the people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's
I want to see max lifts.
Yes, it's funny. Fun.
Yeah, the reason why I asked about the height is because for me it looked like Markov had to go, like his pads were a little bit too low to me. It looks like no.
Markov stop on the pad. It's why.
Okay.
Look the video. If he just touch and go, it will be an easy lift for him, but he totally stop on the pad. It's why he looks so low.
Yeah.
Because if you stay there, you will go deep.
Exactly.
You never move. You just touch and you restart. It's just because his technique was not good.
Interesting. Sam, you saw it the same way?
Yeah, and to answer your initial question there about how they take our depth, because we had to do it on Saturday too, but if you go and you do Markov and you stop on the pad, you will sink, right? So then the judge is gonna say that you're very low. So you have to go in the back with the guys had 300 pounds, we had a plate or whatever, and you have to do reps with it and touch and go, just like you would do in contests. And that's where they're gonna judge your depth. Because the second you stop on the pads, you start sinking right away because the pads will start sinking, and then your hips are gonna drop. So that's how they're initially. That's how they take your height.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting to get the insight from folks that were there. It's
But
a little different when you see it on TV or on the
and
computer.
as someone that was watching the contest, it was really nice to see that like everyone had really respectable height. Because as a powerlifting background, like, and I know the multiply side of things, but I've gone to a lot of powerlifting comps where, you know, it's pretty shitty that they're gonna give a 750 squat to some guy that's 2 inch above parallel, right? Here it was really a respectable squat event for Rogue. I think they bang on did a really good show, other than what JF had mentioned before. It kind of ran a little bit slower on the rising bar thing, but still they did a really phenomenal job on everything else, which was cool. But yeah, no high squats.
I don't like also.
No.
That's why I was happy to see everybody go deep, you know,
Yeah.
because when you squat like normal depth during years, if you set up everybody too high, I don't like. They make it a few times in World's Strongest Man,
Yeah.
because it's maybe too heavy and put everybody a little bit higher. But on TV, it's not looking good because everybody say, "Oh, it's not for squat," and I don't like that, you know. But I think the setup made by Rogue was excellent.
Yeah,
was excellent setup. Everybody have time to prepare and be ready for the lift, you know. And I think Markov get injured a little bit. It tears squat a little bit, but nothing serious because it was the risk, you know. Max squat is also a dangerous event. You know, that type of injury, I get it. I have more chance to do it in squat, you know, and something broke knees or something wrong can happen too. I think they are a little bit nervous about that. It's why maybe we never see in major contests in the past, but everybody going well. Then I think for the future, we maybe more max squat, and it's very good for Maxime.
Yep.
They named it after you, Max.
Mm-hmm. Had that prep, but
What's that?
Max should have had that third attempt, but that's okay.
What happened there?
Just didn't go.
It's all right.
Oh, I thought you were saying he didn't get an attempt. Okay.
No, he didn't successfully do his third lift. No, it was good.
Yeah, it was close. I remember.
It was super close. Yeah. He already 50-pound PR, so that was a huge win for you.